Hello everyone, Bradley Sward here. This is my Day 9 Part 1 solution for Advent of Code 2024. The problem is called Disk Fragmenter, and almost as always, today included, I'm working in Python. So the problem is as such. We give you a large number. Basically, every other number indicates if I'm going to expand a space where I'm using files or I'm using empty space. So just to say for the number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, there's one block of file space, then 2 empty spaces, then 3 file spaces, then 4 empty spaces, then 5 file spaces for this particular number. And as we go left to right, each of the spaces when we do write to the file, it's just a different block number. Or just a different file ID, I guess is what they're going off of. Whatever, it's all good. So like in this case, that's what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 does, and in this case, this is what 2, 3, this number here, it breaks it up into this large space. So then the idea here is, well, as we're working through this, let's fill these dots with numbers from the back end. So we'll put a 9 over here, and a 9 over there, and an 8 over there. Or in this case, the 2 goes here, 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 and then we can close this thing off and make this as small as possible, because we're theoretically basically working as an operating system, right? Trying to use the least amount of space with the data that we have that we're working from. And then just to, for their checksum for this thing, you just take the element number times the digit number, or I guess, or the or the block number, which could get very large, right? Because in this case it just goes up to 9, but in my case it's going to go up to a very large number. I'm not sure exactly what it goes up to. But if you go through all of that, well, then you'll have the, you'll basically have the checksum you're looking for. So let's see, I am looking for, my file is actually, there's the number you're looking for, 632 with a 031. My file is 20,000 digits long. So you can see that, there's my 20,000 digit number, and here's the code that gets the job done. So this is the code that unpacks the number or just expands it out into the actual file space. And so basically here the index is keeping track of the block number, and basically I'm just going back and forth through the list, and I go, do I write or do I not, right? Write means I write, whatever the block number is over and over and over again, and do not write, the -1 indicates a clear space, and you just go back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And then if you do this right, and which I did do this right, then this thing is absolutely humongous for that huge data space. Here I get 69,000, I think, something like 94,782. And so that's a large data space, but basically all the numbers are here. Oh, it only goes up to 10? Well, I guess maybe there's only 10. Well, that's impossible, right? 11, 12, oh yeah, more, right? Of course, I'm not going to look all the way through that. But anyway, so now that we have that expanded space, now it's just a matter of working our way back to the front and basically, just checking to see how, if I can find a -1, well, then there's still something I can do with the space that I'm given. So I'm like, well, where is the -1? And as long as there's one of them in the file, and if I can't find one, then I'm going to actually this will throw an exception and I'll break out of the loop. And then I know that I've created the smallest space that I know how to. Because character for characters, we work our way from the back, we're just going to have to say, like in this case, like if the right index is a -1, we'll just pop it off. But if it's any other number, well, that number should go to somewhere closer, because there is a -1, in this case, if there is a -1 value somewhere in there, we know it's indexed. Well, we should put the number at the highest ranking space there right now, and then pop the number off and try again. So the whole key here is that we're going to keep popping off the last element of the block one by one until there's no -1s left, and then it's just going to be whatever it is for multiplying the index value times the value in each individual space. And when you sum this up, it comes very quickly. There's the answer, and there's their 632031 number that the problem was asking for. So I'm going to be getting on to problem number 2 just now. We'll see where that goes. I see an answer to it. I just have to implement it and still do grading and all of that stuff. It's finals week officially in the moment. So we'll see where we get there. Thanks for checking it out here with me. If you know a better way, I'd love to hear it as always. Thanks for watching. Have a great one, everybody. Take care.